You're watching My Pen His Purpose.
Hi everyone, welcome back to My Pen His Purpose. I'm Danny, and in light of some of the recent tragic events, to be honest, I really don't feel like laughing today. Now don't get me wrong, I always have the joy in my heart that comes from being a Christ follower, but that doesn't mean that I'm immune from the heartache that comes with devastation. And with the tragedy that followed Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma, and the destruction that Maria left in her path, it's really hard to even want to laugh. And then you throw in the recent events that happened in Las Vegas. Sometimes I don't even know what to think anymore. Now, I don't want to turn this into a political debate. I'm all for my constitutional right to bear arms, if you're a hunter or for home protection. But in what world does it make sense for an average American citizen to own 18 semi-automatic weapons? I just don't understand the need to want to own such a powerful weapon. The sounds of automatic fire that were heard over the streets of Las Vegas, that sound should only be heard in the battlefield. And even then, they don't want to hear it. Whenever that sound is heard on the battlefield, that means our American servicemen and women are being fired upon. Some of those same men and women come home with PTSD because of that noise. And now they gotta come home and hear that same sound? It just doesn't make sense to me. That noise is not supposed to be commonplace in the streets of America. And yet still people say that nothing can be done. It's easy to prepare for a hurricane, but you can't prepare for a mass shooting. And to some extent, sure, that can be true. People will argue that in Europe, people are committing mass murders with vehicles. So are we gonna start banning all trucks now? Yes, that's actually an argument. Again, I don't want to turn this into a political debate. It just breaks my heart that somewhere in this country, a mother was told that her son would not be coming home today. Some other mother was told that her daughter won't be able to call her tonight to see how she's doing. Somewhere in this country, a son lost a mother and a daughter lost a father. It breaks my heart, really. I know that bad things can happen anywhere at any time, but I should never be afraid to send my kids off to go to school and be worried for their safety. Or even to go to a concert with my son and enjoy some music and worry about what's going to happen. I normally don't like to do these kinds of things, but I just had to share my heart this once. Please, let's continue to pray for all the families affected by this tragic event in Las Vegas. And let's not forget that there are still people in Puerto Rico and in the U.S. Virgin Islands that need your help. People in the Gulf Coast are still recovering from the massive hurricane that hit them not too long ago. And Houston is still rebuilding from the massive amount of flooding that happened. Florida still needs your prayers after Hurricane Irma. These small island nations and cities in the United States, they will rebuild. And I claim that in the name of Jesus, they will be stronger and better than ever. Thank you all for watching and continuing to support My Pen His Purpose. Join me next week when I'll be talking about how to keep the romance going in your marriage. It'll be a fun one, I guarantee you. God bless you all, and thanks again for watching.